You are back in the main timeline. I am saying it officially, which means it's canon.
Oh, thank
Welcome
goodness.
home. You are all driving to practice. Now, the math wagon is in the shop, which means that Mr. Mathers is not driving you today. In point of fact, it is Ryan driving you all, Ryan being Morgan's stepdad, driving you in his luxury SUV. Now, Ryan opted for the Magic package for the SUV, which comes with leather seats, surround sound speakers, and what magical creature comfort for the passengers. So what magical thing does this SUV have that make riding in it so cool?
When you turn on the radio, we all hear the music that we want to hear without changing the station.
Yes. So, Ryan, turns on the radio at some point, because for a good solid minute or two, after you're all in the car, you all just drive in that awkward silence where this is not the math wagon, and there's just kind of a palpable iciness between Morgan and Ryan. And so eventually Ryan does turn on the radio, and you all hear at low volume a song you really enjoy.
Can you turn this down? I hate this song.
Morgan, that's literally impossible, right? Is this thing on the fritz? This thing's on the fritz. I'll get it fixed.
You're on the fritz.
I'm sorry, what was that? Let me turn down the radio.
Never mind. Nothing. This is terrible. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
I miss the math wagon.
Well, it'll be out of the shop next week. This is a very nice car, Mr. Ryan.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a lease, so I have it for another 2 years and 11 months.
Oh.
Of course, he would know the exact. Oh God. Ugh.
I'm being very polite, but I think I'm also a little bit bored. So I'm going to take a quick peek into Mr. Ryan's mind.
Oh, that was quick. Wow.
I am very
less than
polite.
4 minutes in. We're just like, all right, let's jump right in.
I'm polite and I've learned my lesson, but this is a long car ride, and I think everyone's being so quiet.
Oh, I love the girl from Ipanema. Zlobs is very focused.
Okay.
Just a tiny little one secret.
Like one secret. Now, do you want to aim for like a small, like surface level secret, right? Or do you want to really, I'll put it to you this way.
I don't know. It's a really long car ride. We've hit every stoplight.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is Ryan is wondering what he's going to have for lunch, and 10 is firmament level belief of self, what number do you want on the secret scale?
Okay. Mindy surely knows what firmament means. Let's split the difference, and let's go with like a 6. So it's just a little bit interesting, just to pique my interest on this long ride.
Sure.
But I'm being very polite to Ryan.
Absolutely. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll 2d6 plus weird and tell me what you get.
2d6 plus weird is 9.
Okay, so partial success. So I'll give you 2 options. You can either learn a mid-level secret that's bad news, or like a super deep secret that's good news.
Let's hear some good news before practice. I'll hear a deep secret, but it's good. It's a good secret. That feels polite.
Yeah. You realize you're kind of maneuvering through his mind to like the level of like, okay, let's get something interesting. And there's just like a dark cloud there. And so to be polite, you kind of steer around that cloud and then dive way, way down to the core of his being. And here it is. You all know, because you're in a nice car, that Ryan is rich. But the thing that you learn about him is that he's not just rich, he's really rich. Like to the point where you don't think that Morgan or her mom understand how wealthy Ryan is. It's like he's hiding it for some reason. So that's the secret, is close to the very core of who this person is. He is hiding a fortune from his family. And the reason why that's good news is you don't think there's any malice behind it. Like, it's not like he has this money because he's doing something terrible with it, or like he's leading some double or triple life or quadruple life. He has enough money for multiple other lives. No. But it's just one of those things where he's got this tremendous amount of money that he does not want to share with the world.
Oh, that reminds me. I saved up some money and I got everyone packets of gummy bears.
Morgan, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful, Morgan.
That's so kind.
Whatever, Ryan. I saved it up. It was my own money, so don't complain. You suck. Anyway.
What? I was listening to Steely Dan. What?
Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan.
What's
Morgan.
up? What's up, Darcy?
Do you want me to put some of the gummy bears like in between the seats so they melt when it gets hot out? And then he has to clean his car.
Do it.
Okay, but I'm only do like 2 because I want to eat the rest of them.
Do it.
That's not very polite, Darby.
Morgan, I don't know if I should do it.
If you don't, I will.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you strategically place some gummy bears in very meltable locations.
Mr. Ryan is giving us a ride. I think that we should respect his personal space.
He's giving us a ride because Mom asked him to.
Do you like Ryan now, Mindy?
Yeah, do you like Ryan?
I don't like Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
That's fine.
Why is Zlobs humming old people music?
I was sorry. I was humming old people music. What's up?
Zlobs, what are you listening to?
The girl from Ipanema on repeat.
Okay,
It's
so
a good song.
isn't broken then.
No, that's why I love that song.
I'm gonna get this thing serviced.
Hey, Mr. Ryan, do you have other kids?
What?
You have other kids?
I don't know, Zlobs. Does he have other kids?
No.
Roll for it. You
4.
say no. Oh, okay, he does.
Great. I get to choose.
Morgan, you have a step sibling. I want you to describe the step sibling.
My step sibling is his name is Alfred. He was like super prep school, Harvard educated, is like really, really trying to get his business degree.
Yeah, so right from undergrad into grad school, hasn't worked a day in his life. So he's older than you, so there's kind of a bit of an age gap. Do you have any good memory with Alfred, or has it just been?
Alfred really hasn't been in my life very much, and neither has Ryan for that matter. But he's been like one of those people that comes by during the major holidays and gets me a gift that I throw in the garbage.
Yeah, it's been one of those things where he has given you what he thinks to be a really funny card and a gift every year. And it's always a gift that like he clearly Googled like 4 years ago, it was like, what do 6-year-olds like? And then 3 years ago, it was like, what do 7-year-olds like? And he just got you what number 1 on the list was, and you've just always thrown it out. So he's been doing this for, since your parents were since your mom and Ryan were dating, and now that he's officially a stepbrother, the tradition continues. Alfred. You pull up to Longstalk Field, and actually, Darby, roll. Just give me 2d6 plus 2d6 plus sharp. It's a scholar of the human condition.
8.
Gotcha. So Ryan pulls up, kind of unlocks the doors in silence, and you all start trundling out. And
We trundle as a team.
that you do. And the thing that you realize about Ryan is he was pretending not to hear the stuff that Morgan was saying to and about him.
Oh.
And so he kind of opens the door, and you kind of hear him like take like a half breath in and then say, all right, have a good practice.
Bye, Mr. Ryan. Thank you for the ride. Your car's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
Oh,
And
you're
you,
welcome.
Mr.
Remember that honesty is always the best policy. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I had started getting out, but then I kind of crawl back in and say, I just dropped something, and go and pick out the little gummy bears that I had put in the seats and eat them. And Mr. Ryan?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite candy? Like, I know Mr. Mathers loves hot dogs a lot.
Hot dogs are his favorite candy.
It's
true.
a treat.
Well, I like peach rings.
Oh, good choice.
Those are so good.
Yeah, my grandmother, who I spent a lot of time with, she always had peach rings.
Hmm. Well, are you picking us up after practice?
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 hours.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the ride.
Okay, have a good practice.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr.
And I
Ryan.
follow after everyone.
Morgan,
You
I'm
did.
not going to hotwire Ryan's car. I only hotwire cars when needed.
Yeah, plus you can't hotwire it if it's already on and he's in it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I have this whole plan. Darcy can like grab him and fly him out, and then Zlobs, you get the car, hotwire it. We have the car. It'll be great.
Well, you want to steal the car from Ryan?
I think it would be a good afternoon.
Just for fun. Where did they go to practice?
Well, all right, let's go practice. I'm really sorry about that car ride, y'all.
It was great. I love the girl
Yeah.
from Ipanema.
It's very interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you're back at Longstalk Field, and even though before your hop, skip, and a jump through the multiverse, you've spent countless days at this field, it sure does feel good to be back. Just the smells and the sights, and kind of the long tall grass along the foul lines. All of those things are just resonate so deeply with who you all are. It's your happy place, and you're all there. You are among the first to arrive. Salamander Scoots and Nicole Orby are both here. They're doing long toss in the outfield, and they turn, hey!
Hi, Scoot!
Hello, infield!
Hi,
Hey!
I missed you.
Who's the better thrower of Salamander and Nicole?
Salamander.
Salamander.
Yeah, so Salamander with kind of his long noodly arms, Wait kind of looks at all of you until like one of you puts a glove on, and then Salamander kind of rifles one into the infield. And then there's just kind of a big, long series of long toss between all of you. Coach Martinez is already here since she is always the first person here. Lisa Lemonwedge shows up next in one of 4 cars full of people. That is to say, like, they're driving up like a caravan, and they all have signs with them. Like, they get out and, Longstock Field, like, the bleachers get pretty full for games, but for a practice, usually the parents drop you all off. But it is very clear that Lisa Lemonwedge's entire family is here for practice. And they're all, kind of sitting bunched up in the stands. Big signs that say "Go Lisa" and "LL" on a lemon. And it kind of makes sense why Lisa Lemonwedge has been gone for 40-ish years, and you brought her back. So what's interesting is her parents look like her grandparents, and her brothers and sisters look like her parents. So it's this whole extended family, and they're all there. Like, all of her nieces and nephews are there, even though they are slightly older than her. And so they're just having to have a picnic. It's
and
nice.
they have like those, those giant orange tubs, just full of their secret family lemonade recipe, and it's so good. One of them has strawberries too.
Yeah. They've brought enough for everyone.
And they brought a keg.
They brought like multiple of those big orange plastic kegs. And what's funny is every so often, because all the Little Leaguers are lining up, every so often they'll like switch the locations of the kegs so that you don't know if you're getting regular lemonade or the strawberry lemonade. And so there's a lot of trading of lemonade in the lines, and but it's really nice. And Lisa kind of trots up, "Hey everybody."
Hi Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Good to see you.
Hi, Lisa.
Oh, good to see you too. Coach Martinez gathers everybody up, as she always does. What is something that Coach Martinez does to start off most practices?
A lot of calisthenics for us.
Gotcha. So plenty of calisthenics. So, all of the, so the whole team is here, and you all start doing calisthenics together. And Coach Martinez, you realize, kind of shouts the same motivational slogans again and again in more or less the same order.
Yeah.
Has been for multiple years now. It's like it's almost like listening to a car alarm like cycle through all the alarm sounds. Like what's coming after, like the wee-oo. It's like the boo. Exactly. So you're all there, and she's yelling, "Come on, stretch those arms!" And then 3 seconds later, you all say, as she says it, "Go past the max."
Go past the max.
Go past the max.
Go past the max.
Go past the max.
Yeah, and so
She's definitely human.
Getting nice and loose. She is definitely human. She understands human physiology. So yeah, calisthenics are done, and now you all kind of settle into batting practice. So I want everyone to roll either 2d6 plus tough if you're a power hitter, or 2d6 plus sharp if you're more of a contact hitter. And everyone tell me what you get. I'm looking for a 10 here. If not, something will happen.
No, we got a 3.
4.
10.
10.
All right. So this is awesome. So Coach Martinez gets on the batters or gets on the pitcher's mound, and starts lobbing in baseballs for you to all hit. And Zlobs and Morgan, what's interesting is you're both, Zlobs, normally you're catching and throwing back, but interestingly, Morgan, you have to do the same thing when Zlobs is batting. So even though you're the starting pitcher, when Coach Martinez throws, you are also the backup catcher. So, you're all kind of throwing them back, and Zlobs and Morgan, because of that, you kind of get your at-bats in early and kind of, spray baseballs all over the infield, and then kind of settle into your catching duties. let's talk about the team a little bit here. So the how are we've already talked about Salamander Scoot and his powerful arm. One of your other teammates, Harper's Bazaar, is she shows up, she switches her regular cool vest for her batting vest and gets in there. What kind of batter is Harper's? What's she do? What's she all about?
She's so good at bunting. Like she can just place a bunt wherever you need it. And she normally makes it to first still. Sometimes it's a sacrifice, but like normally she still normally makes it.
Artist.
An absolute artist. Precision with the drag bunt. So, she'll square up, bunt it down the first base line, beat it, and by the time that either Zlobs or Morgan chases it down and throws to first base, she's usually standing on first base and pulling something from one of her many vest pockets to celebrate yet another successful bunt. Mindy, you get in there and you're feeling particularly good, and you start. Do you bat righty or lefty?
Lefty.
So you're a lefty. So you're not much of a dead pull hitter, but for whatever reason, you have this timed, and you start smashing balls into right field. And one of them, you end up for the first time, and you can't remember how long, you end up really getting a hold of one. And it goes over the fence and into the outfield, or over the fence and as a home run, kind of into the woods behind Longstalk Field. And Mindy, you hear, especially because there's kind of the shocked silence of kind of Mindy hitting a home run, you hear the faintest in the outfield, boonk, like that ball hits something hard.
Oh, good job. That was a really good hit, Mindy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, nice.
Why don't I go get it?
Oh, that's okay. We've got Coach Martinez. We've got a whole box of them right here. I bought a box of Blaseballs. We're gonna hit them all.
Okay, we can get it later.
Okay. And Darby, you do. Lisa Lemon Wedge comes up, and Lisa Lemon Wedge.
Oh, she's so good.
It is very clear why 40 years ago Lisa Lemon Wedge was the MVP of all of Blittle League, which is she is a not the most powerful batter on the team, but she just doesn't miss. She just keeps making contact. And she also bats lefty like Mindy does, but she's kind of putting the ball to all fields, and it's it's just frankly very, very impressive. And Darby, you follow, and the literal first pitch you see, you absolutely slam over the right field fence.
Wow.
Very first one.
Good job, Darby.
And it seems like it's almost still rising as it clears the infield. And, there's kind of more silence, and you're kind of following it over the fence. And you two hear in the distance, boom. And Mindy, you heard that one too, since you're now on the lookout for that noise.
Hey, Coach. I think we're gonna go get those Blaseballs.
Yeah, we have an emotional attachment to them now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a perfectly human thing to do.
You heard it too, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
Something's back there.
Yeah. Shouldn't be anything like metal back there, right?
Usually it's just empty woods and kind of ominous feelings, but something's in there.
Zlobs and Morgan, since both of you are behind the plate, staring right at Coach Martinez, why don't you go ahead and roll? Let's have each of you roll a. Well, it's not really. Yeah. Roll to investigate a mystery. 2d6 plus sharp. Each of you roll it, depending on what you get. We'll go from there.
9, please.
8, please.
Awesome. You each get to ask one question. And the reason why I bring this up is Coach Martinez, under her kind of very reserved face, you could almost see gears turning, and you don't know why. So you're just both kind of paying very close attention to Coach Martinez. So each of you ask a question.
What is being concealed?
Oh, there's something in the outfield that past the right field fence that Coach Martinez is worried about Mindy and Darby finding, but at the same time is not so worried that she is calling off practice to stop them.
What sort of creature was it?
Now, Zlobs, this is where your tactical mind kind of comes into play. Is you start kind of debating all of these things. It's like, well, what could it be? What is, what could be out there? Like, why would something be out there? And it's almost like you ask 20 questions against yourself. And the thing you realize is it's some kind of vehicle. That's your There's a vehicle beyond the right field wall that, based on what Morgan also believes, Coach Martinez is scared that you Little Leaguers will find.
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me put things. So if there's this new thing there, new something metal is here. Okay, it's a metal thing that's new. Blaseball. Better not be the traveling team. That would be bad.
What would not be the traveling team? Is that what Coach Martinez doesn't want us to see?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't trust anything anymore.
Well, you haven't been so trusting ever since we got back.
Of note, Nicole Orby is at bat, and Coach Martinez, over the course of this conversation, has thrown like 7 strikes right down the middle of the plate that Nicole just cannot get a hold of. And after, strike 12, she kind of looks back at the both of you. What, the traveling team? Oh, there's no way we are good enough that they would scout us.
I don't know. I'm just saying maybe we're pretty good. I know you're right. We're pretty bad.
We've never won.
Well, Lisa's pretty good.
Lisa is pretty good.
You see Lisa standing along the left field line, balancing a bat on her palm, like lengthwise, with another bat balanced on top of that bat.
Oh my goodness, she's so balanced.
Yeah. So let's switch to the outfield here. So Mindy and Darby, you don't want to walk along the foul lines because it's tall grass and you would literally get lost for eternity in there. So you walk, on the fair side of the foul line, eventually hop the fence, and you're now just kind of walking through the woods.
Hey, Mindy, I'm gonna go up top. I'm gonna fly up to see if maybe I can use my new bird eyes to try to find the Blazeballs.
Maybe I'll take a peek to make sure that we're alone out here.
Well, that's a really good idea.
Gotcha. So Mindy, roll 2d6 plus weird, and Darby roll 2d6 plus sharp.
10.
7.
Okay.
Good thing I'm really weird.
We'll start, Mindy, with you. There is a distinct absence of noise. Like you kind of close your eyes and open up your mind as you do to. It's almost like you're sending out like a sonar pulse to see what's out there. And remarkably, there's just not a lot. It's almost like everything is dampened a little bit. Like you're trying to listen to what's going on outside, but the window's closed. So it's almost like you can hear muffles of conversations, but not the conversations.
Hear anything?
Yeah. But it's like it's through a wall.
Like a literal wall, or do you think someone's trying to to stop you from hearing?
Yeah, maybe somebody's trying to stop me from hearing, or maybe they have like a different kind of brain.
Oh.
Like they're speaking a different language. in their thoughts, maybe. Not an actual different.
I think I understand.
Okay. Darby, you rolled a 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you find the Blazeballs. You know, you take up through the tree line, and you kind of do a couple of concentric circles. And yeah, you kind of look
to
down
your left, Mindy.
Left?
Yeah.
To your left.
And
5 paces. There they are.
Oh.
Yeah, there they both are clustered together. And Darby, you come down to land and take 1 harm because the surface that you're landing on is about 30 feet north of the ground and unexpected and invisible.
What? What Are you flying?
I am not flying, Mindy.
Yeah, Mindy, you look up and she is standing in the sky.
Unless something's wrong with these wings, I am standing on. I can feel it under my feet. I'm standing on top of something.
I walk towards Darby.
Be careful so you don't walk into.
As Darby is saying that, Mindy, you kind of bonk your face against an invisible wall.
Bonk.
What is this?
I don't know.
Can I feel around the edge?
Yeah. You think it's flat, but the more and more you extend your arms, it has a slight curve to it. And you're just kind of feeling it's very, very smooth, cool to the touch. And as you're kind of feeling around, Mindy, you look up, and Darby, you look down, and in the air, about 15 feet up from you, a hatch opens. And coming out of that hatch is a black sphere, probably 2 feet across, with a big hole through the middle of it. So almost like a really large plastic bead, but 2 feet wide and black with a matte finish. It just kind of floats out and kind of floats up and looks at Darby, even though it doesn't have a face, and then floats down and looks at you, Mindy. What do one or both of you do?
I just try and figure out if it's alive or has thoughts. I'm trying to figure out if it's alive from the inside.
So that will be a tune-in roll, 2d6 plus weird.
Yeah. 12.
Yeah.
All right. You can ask 3 questions of this thing.
Of this thing?
Well, the first question you have to ask is it alive?
Yeah.
And then you got 2 more after that from the list.
Okay. Is it alive?
It does not have a soul, but it is thinking.
No. Okay. What is it planning to do right now?
It's going to erase your memories.
No. What? Who does it regard as the biggest threat?
Both of you equally, but probably you more specifically.
Oh, no.
Mindy, should I try to get rid of it?
Can I mental storm it?
Yeah. Let's have Darby go first, and then you'll do your mental storm right after. Since you are now both committing to defending yourselves.
I don't know. I don't need to know anymore. I'm going to try to banish this thing.
That is very fair. Yeah, you see...
fair.
You see
Fair
kind
move.
of... It's almost like you've seen Mindy kind of interrogate a thing with her mind before. And like it's almost like you're like in an interrogation room, but you can only see like Mindy's side of the room.
Mhm.
And like the story that her face tells leads to, oh no, this needs to go away. So Darby, you're going to try a banish. So roll that. I'm going to give you a -1 on it.
That'll be a 6.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to get back to you. Mindy, you want to hit it with a mental storm. Roll that with a -1.
Okay. Do I add weird to this?
You add weird, but then you subtract 1 on top.
Yes, add weird, subtract 1, 10.
Okay. So you hit this with kind of buffeting energies. Like it's weird because normally you try to find the pressure points of the psyche and just kind of jam mental thumbs into them until it forgets what gravity is. But with this one, it's a lot weirder. It's almost like your hands are in a big pile of gummy bears and you're just trying to squeeze them or stuff them into couch cushions or something like that. And you think you have assailed it somehow. And it kind of recenters itself and spins and kind of like jets of not sparks, but like crackling purple smoke shoot from like it's that hollow center. Cause again, it's like a giant bead. So it looks damaged. At this moment, Zlobs and Morgan, you are in the infield, and you're behind the plate, and Coach Martinez is about to throw another Blaseball because Nicole is at bat again, and literally she freezes, drops the ball, and takes a cell phone out of her pocket.
Coach.
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 We're going to go ahead and end batting practice early. Everyone run some laps.
But Nicole didn't even hit one yet.
I didn't hit one yet either. Coach.
Coach. Coach.
Coach.
Coach.
Coach.
Coach.
Coach.
Coach.
Batting practice continues. Everyone gets a hit.
Coach, I have a Band-Aid.
Okay. And you run a Band-Aid out to the mound. Coach Martinez is sweating, which is a thing you've never seen before. In one single thick row of sweat coming from the same exact spot on her head. Just nonstop.
Coach, do you have to go to the bathroom?
No, I'm fine. Everyone gets a hit. That's the rule. That's the rule here on the Sunflowers is we don't stop batting practice until everyone gets a hit. Okay, Nicole, I believe in you. Go past the max. And batting practice continues. Meanwhile, in the outfield, Darby, where do you think you are right now?
What?
Because you're definitely not in the outfield anymore. You are, in point of fact, somewhere else, somewhere nice.
Oh.
Where is that?
Darby?
Oh, I'm by a river at a campsite. It's a nice little campsite. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a tent and a hammock.
You are suddenly, Darby, entirely unconcerned with that floating black orb. In point of fact, why were you concerned at all? You become lost in this memory. Not lost. You intentionally went there to a child scouts camping trip that you and some of your teammates went to because you're also part of the child scouts. And your thing is just that super fun weekend, like not last summer, but the summer before.
Yeah.
Hammock there. And you're just really thinking about how nice it was. Mindy, you look up and Darby has her head cocked to the side and is staring with a pleasant smile on her face off into the middle distance.
Darby?
Mindy,
Darby!
the ropes course is amazing.
What? Darby, the thing! It's gonna...
Mindy, what do you want to do?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna, can I get on top of the invisible thing?
Yeah, you could try to climb it, maybe. Based on where Darby is, it's probably 30 feet, but
Oh, boy.
you are, you're a pretty good athlete. So if you want to try it, it would be probably 2d6. I'd let you use sharp because it's kind of like a 3D puzzle. It's almost like climbing a rock wall that's totally invisible.
Like a puzzle. Okay.
All right, 2d6 plus sharp. I will give you a -1 though, because this is a pretty hard puzzle.
Oh, it's a really hard puzzle. -1 is a 5.
Okay.
Oh.
Zlobs and Morgan.
Coach.
Nicole finally gets a hit.
Ah.
Which means it's now Morgan's turn at bat. And Morgan, you take a couple of strong cuts and foul tip them into the backstop. When Zlobs and Morgan, you both see some minutes later, Mindy and Darby, both with kind of pleasant smiles on their faces, walking back into the infield, each holding the baseballs they've hit into over the fence. Mindy and Darby, where exactly did you find the baseballs? Keeping in mind, of course, that you never ran into a large invisible thing, nor were you attacked by a large plastic bead.
I found mine in the library.
What?
What?
You found Is that what took so long? How did we hit it in the library?
There's a library out there? Whoa, that's cool.
I found mine at this really cool camp we used to go with Child Scouts.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
really
They were
fun.
good hits. They were really good hits.
In the
What?
library, they had all of the Nancy Drew books, and it smelled like a cookie.
Can I?
Wait,
This camp, I have to tell you,
What kind of cookie?
there was
What
what
kind
kind of cookie, Mindy?
chocolate chip cookie?
Chocolate chip cookies.
That's a good cookie.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Can I read a bad situation?
You absolutely can, Morgan.
Mindy, I made at Scouts.
Yeah.
Instead of using graham crackers,
Yeah.
I made s'mores. Chocolate chip cookies.
I'm so smart.
Morgan, you can ask one question.
How can I best protect?
Within the context of what's going on here, if by protect you mean get everyone back to normal, it would probably involve destroying something over the right field fence.
Zlobs,
Huh?
come with me now.
Where you going?
Okay, well, you gotta hit a ball first.
Field trip.
I'm
Here
gonna
we
do as
go.
hard as I can.
Okay, so this is a very important roll. So I need you to roll, Morgan, your choice of sharp or tough, and tell me what you get, because this is going to be whether or not you get a hit before practice is over.
I want to go with sharp, and I roll a yes, a 10.
Okay, there's a
Go,
danger.
Morgan.
There's a danger in the outfield. I gotta get to the outfield. Okay, no problem. And Coach Martinez throws a pitch, and Morgan, you send this thing for a ride into the outfield.
Yeah,
over the
Morgan.
fence.
Go, Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan.
And in the distance, you hear a boonk.
Zlobs, I need help getting this ball. Coach will be back.
Okay, bye, coach. We'll be right back.
Okay. We are dismissed.
Rehearse?
Good
Is it
job,
rehearse?
everyone. See you next time.
All right. Bye, coach.
Morgan. Do you remember that movie where the thing like flew?
The slam block?
Darby knows. That was
Yeah.
when you hit that blaseball. It was like that's what it was like.
Jurassic Park?
I gotta write that secret down.
Zlobs, come here.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right. So Mindy and Darby are having the time of their lives. Morgan, you kind of apprise Zlobs of the situation as you head towards the outfield. All of the, it's been exactly 2 hours. So the, the other parents are showing up, except for Lisa Lemon Wedge. They're already here, along with literally everyone she knows. But the parents are, and you see Ryan's SUV kind of pull up. And you see that as you kind of turn and look and keep sprinting towards the outfield. So this is going to be a very interesting role because, oddly enough, Coach Martinez is also running towards the outfield.
Oh, I'm going to beat Coach.
Race with Coach.
So, Zlobs, I'll let you roll for both you and Morgan. This is the speed that you're both running with. So let's just have you roll. Let's call it 2d6 plus tough.
Boom,
I
baby.
run too.
6.
Yeah.
We're all running.
You're all running.
We're all running.
But life's pretty good. So how fast do you truly have to run,
I keep tugging on Zlob's sleeve
Hey, I'm trying to
say hello.
I'm trying to win a wait, hey.
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 I fall.
You do.
Hey. What?
Eventually, Morgan, you take this your crew over. It takes a million years because at one point, like everyone stops and like looks at flowers and they, but eventually,
Do you think we could leapfrog the entire way?
I know I
we
could.
can. Yeah.
Leapfrog as a team, but let's go.
and eventually, you do, in point of fact, head all the way out over the fence, in past the outfield into the woods.
To grandmother's house.
I thought you said there was a library there, not grandmother's house.
Oh, Zlobs, the library was amazing.
And
it had
Morgan,
every book.
you find your ball. And oddly, it is at the edge of a large 30-ish foot wide clearing. Not just
I run
clearing.
into the clearing.
You do. And there is nothing there but slightly compacted earth.
Ha! Huh.
I run after her and jump onto the ground.
You do. And, it's just, it's a remarkably flat 30-foot wide clearing of kind of compacted earth that is, nice kind of quick surface. It'd be a great place to play Slocker. Morgan, you are unnerved by this. You see, you're looking and you see it's like there was a giant 30-foot wide soup can in the middle of the woods or something. Like it's just this literally a big circular indentation in the ground.
Hey, Morgan.
Yeah, Zlobs.
I think Darby and Mindy maybe got into pixie sticks again. They're crazy.
And they didn't share? That's not like them.
Yeah.
Why was Coach running here and ran past us? What is this clearing?
I don't know. I thought we were racing Coach.
I don't know. Something's weird. Something is up. Can I investigate a mystery?
You absolutely can.
All right. I'm going to investigate a mystery. And that is 2d6 plus sharp.
That it is.
And I got, sorry, 1 second. And I got a 5.
Just tell me where to go.
I will get. So here's the thing. I will give you one answer, but whatever you ask is going to be bad news as an answer.
Oh no. What? Where did it go? No, actually, no. I changed it. What's no? What happened here?
Now, it takes some leaps of logic here.
Like leapfrog.
But you were thinking a lot about Ryan's SUV. And the idea of that magic radio and how it just kind of knows what you want to listen to. And it plays it back to you. Like wherever your mind is at, that magic radio finds it. And you started thinking about the fact that Mindy and Darby ran out into the woods. And when they came back, they described for each of them the literal, absolute most fun location they could possibly be. And so it's like out here was some other version, some more powerful version of that magic radio.
You know what's weird?
Yeah.
I'm bleeding.
Mindy? Here, have a Band-Aid.
Oh, thanks. It's so funny. When I ran into this clearing, I remembered that my head hurt.
Huh.
But I don't remember how I hit it. And then I reached up and I saw that my head was bleeding.
Huh.
Yeah, Darby, your ankles feel hurt. Like you jumped off of something.
I could have hit my head at the library again.
I remember flying around looking for the Blazeballs, but I don't remember landing on the ground. But it's beautiful here.
I
probably just got swept up in things.
I think Coach did something.
What?
What, here?
Coach the human?
I think Coach... So... I know that I've been paranoid lately. I know that I've been paranoid after the whole dimensional jump thing.
Well, we've all been a little paranoid.
It's true, but I feel like Coach had somehow knew exactly where y'all wanted to be, and he made you be there so he could conceal something.
What?
That's what I think. Because why else would he be running here? Why else would you both be talking about the one place that y'all both loved? Remember that one sleepover where y'all came over and you talked about those memories? I remember them because I wasn't in those places. I'll always remember that. But I remember you're talking about them now just like they happened today.
Why would Coach... Wait, why is this place had to do with it? Why do you think? Do you think she's this is important?
I think it has something to do with this imprint on the ground.
Oh, okay. I threw a grenade.
Run!
I'm investigating.
Yes, you are. Seismic investigations. Roll to kick some butt. Let's see what happens.
Oh, we got a set. Whoa. I rolled, it landed on my pencil, and I moved it. So that was a 5 now. It was bigger than a 5, but now it's a 5.
Me and Darby leapfrog out of the clearing.
Yeah, you jump out of the way, and it hits the ground and explodes. And it just kind of dust and dirt and debris kind of scatter everywhere. And now you're all standing there in a clearing now with a big hole in the middle of it. And about 20 feet away, you see suspended in the air a bunch of dirt and chunks of rock, as if you tried to Jackson Pollock paint an invisible canvas.
That is so pretty.
That is so
Zlobs,
weird.
that's beautiful. You did that yourself?
Thanks. I'm an artist. Wait a second.
A door in the air opens up,
I jump in.
and 2d6 plus tough.
Field trip!
I don't know. It's pretty cool jumping in. Just gonna say.
I'm gonna hold Darby.
It doesn't matter.
I try to jump in and Morgan's holding me by the wrist.
I will.
Oh, all right. Good news. Emerging from that door are two, and Mindy and Darby, you've never seen these before in your life. Two black spheres about 2 feet wide, each with a hole in the middle, like it's a giant plastic bead, like you would put on a necklace.
Oh, I can make it.
Oh.
So, Zlobs, you kind of start running and sprinting and leaping towards this door. And just as you do, a black sphere kind of emerges, kind of bonks you against the head, and are now kind of hovering above you.
Oh.
I try to tune into one of them.
Go for it.
8.
All right, I'm going to step that one up to a 10 because it all comes back to you right now. The second you try to make a psychic connection, you end up reaching your mind out, grabbing all of the memories it stole a few minutes earlier and putting them back in your brain. Those things have ill intentions and are going to try to wipe out your memory.
Zlobs,
Yeah.
get him.
Okay. I jump at him. I
right.
jump through him.
I jump through them.
And then it reads. You're going inside. That's the weak point.
Sure, yeah, you see that there's kind of a hole in the middle, so you're just going to try to get in there.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm a technical genius.
2d6 plus tough. Kick some butt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, 9.
All right. So, you kind of jump and reach inside. And again, it really is like a wide beach ball looking thing made of this weird black matte finish, but there is a hole in the middle of it. And you just kind of jump up and reach your hand in. And the inside of this thing, the outside looks very, very solid, but the inside is remarkably not. You end up kind of pushing your hand into it and kind of ripping a bunch of circuitry out. And this thing starts kind of spiraling and spraying. Darby, just roll 1 die. Actually, Darby, odds or evens? What's your favorite?
Odds.
Odds. Roll a d6 and tell me what you get.
6.
Okay, you are having a great time. So yeah, so Zlobs, you kind of pull a bunch of circuits out, and it starts kind of spinning. You get electrocuted lightly for 1 harm.
You glowed, Zlobs. That was so cool.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right, Morgan, what do you want to do?
So normally I would throw an electric ball, but I'm kind of feeling jealous, so I'm gonna grab one too.
It's a good idea.
Sure, 2d6 plus tough to kick some butt.
All right, good thing I have -1 to tough. One.
It was a
Oh, God.
two twos in a row.
2s, and I have a -1, so 1.
You run and jump and kind of reach your hand inside. And you're like, oh, Zlobs put his hand in there and pulled out a bunch of important stuff. I'm going to do the same. You run up to one of them, jump and reach. And as you kind of get your hand into the middle of it, it squeezes down like a vice and pulls you off the ground. And you are now floating away.
I start flying. I engage my wings and start flying up there with her.
Darby, you kind of run, the brass pneumatics in your shoulders open up, and kind of the brass wings extend, and you run, and kind of your feet leave the ground, and you are now flying in hot pursuit of this thing.
Morgan, you fly! How does it feel? How good does it feel?
I hate it. Get me down. Oh, Darcy!
It just takes a while to get used to it.
All right, Darby, you can catch this thing. What do you want to do when you catch it?
Oh, I want to catch it, and then I want to try to fly all the way up to the clouds so that Morgan can experience flying through the clouds.
Yes. Let's go ahead and roll 2d6 plus tough. And I'll give you a +1 because I love it.
10.
Oh, all right. So you kind of fly up, grab this floating sphere, which is holding Morgan, and you start to climb, which means that Morgan is starting to climb.
Darcy!
Just take deep breaths and just take it all in, Morgan. Look now. Which one do you want to go to? Which one? This dragon? There's a bus over there. I'm going to the bus.
I need a Band-Aid.
So, Morgan, your friend Darby, and a large black sphere that has your arm in a vice-like grip all fly up into a bus-shaped cloud. And you are experiencing a mix of terror and wonderment, as one would expect, unexpectedly arcing up into the sky. You know what? Let's go ahead and, Morgan, have you roll 2d6 plus weird. No, 2d6 plus sharp.
Okay. That it. 5.
He's nice.
My rolls suck today.
Well, the good news is you're going to get information. So these black orb things don't really work well with moisture. And so as it flies up into the clouds, you feel kind of like a rumble in this sphere that you are hanging from like this. And the pressure that's like holding your arm in place starts to loosen unevenly.
Oh my god. Oh, Darcy, hold on to me, please.
Uh-oh. I look at the wires in my hands. I was like, I'll hotwire it.
Yeah, okay. Zlobs, you're going to make a hotwire roll. But before that, Darby, I need you to make a super important 2d6 plus tough roll.
Oh, God.
13.
So the
Plus tough.
nice. The black sphere lets go of Morgan's arm because it begins to spark and wobble. Morgan starts falling, but doesn't get more than a foot out of this thing before, Darby, you reach down with both hands, grab Morgan, and now the two of you are flying like friends through the sky in a controlled descent.
This is the coolest we've ever been. Oh, Darcy. Oh my god.
Zlobs, you are hotwire. You are now wrestling with the giant ball that's on the ground, trying to hotwire it. So
Come here, you little thing.
Can
why don't you give Mindy?
mental storm it while he's doing that to lower its defenses?
Absolutely. Mindy, you don't even need to roll for it. I'm just going to automatically give Zlobs 1 notch up on success. So if you fail, you get a partial. If you get a partial, you get a full. If you get a full, something wacky happens.
What am I rolling?
2d6 plus sharp.
Boom. Oh boy. Well, that's a 5.
Partial success.
Great.
So I'm going to give you 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
1, you can make it inert, or 2, you can take a bunch of damage, but information is revealed to you.
That one.
Okay. So you're literally like kind of wrist deep in this thing, kind of pulling things, and it's like, oh, it's all electric. Everything's electric. And Mindy is kind of buffeting its defensive systems with mental energy. And it's one of those things where it's like you want to connect a red wire to a blue wire, but they're all not any color at all. They're all blue. They're all a weird blue that hurts your eyes to look at. And you kind of twist wires together. And the thing explodes for 4 damage, which is a tremendous amount of damage. You go rocketing away from this thing and smash into the side of this invisible wall. Several things happen all at once. Zlobs, you bounce hard off something and hit the ground. Darby and Morgan, you both land safely. Mindy, you immediately look and realize that Zlobs is alive and hurt, but remarkably less than he should be. And then the last thing that happens is what was once invisible thing is now visible.
I did it.
It is a 30-foot tall metal soup can with a pair of doors in it. There's one that's about 15 feet up that releases 2-foot wide black spheres. And then there's one roughly humanoid sized on kind of ground level of the giant soup can. And standing in it is a thin gray being with a head like a featherless bird and a long beak, wearing a sunflowers t-shirt and eating a weird bucket of goop.
Hi!
Can I have some?
And this weird featherless gray bird starts rapidly trying to close the door.
Oh, I jump in.
You jump into the spaceship. Because you kind of you are now a tangle of tumbles with this gray being, and the door stays open. All of you are literally staring into the door of a spaceship right now, as Zlobs is kind of inadvertently wrestling with. You're pretty sure that's an alien.
Zlobs, do not eat the goop.
I want to eat. Now I want to eat it more.
Don't.
Zlobs, have you eaten the goop?
Don't.
Yes.
Don't eat the goop, Zlobs.
Zlobs, take the goop.
All right, Zlobs, I need you to roll 2d6 plus tough.
Okay,
that could be radioactive. That could be gross.
8.
8. Okay. You can take one number from. You can decrease one of your stats by 1 and increase another one by 1. Your choice right now.
Oh my God! Yes. Oh, cool's going up. Sharp's going down.
Okay. So Zlobs wrestles essentially a popcorn bucket away from an alien and starts eating what's inside. He then gets very kind of straight up for a second. It looks like gears are turning. His sunglasses seem to get a little darker, and his hair seems to get a little nicer.
Zlobs.
You look so cool.
What was it like?
I just learned how to feather my hair. Whoa.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, something about layers.
Oh, cool.
I guess.
The alien is sitting on the ground with her bird head in her bird hands. Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, do you know Coach Martinez?
Why would this alien know Coach Martinez?
Because they're wearing our blazer.
The last syllable of that sentence, Mindy, gets cut off when you look at that alien in the eyes and realize it is in fact Coach Martinez.
Oop.
About 10 feet up, the next story up of the giant soup can, there was a video screen, set into a terminal, and on it are the faces of two other Coach Martinez looking beings, gray beak, kind of featherless bird head, and the two of them are kind of talking, and then they turn to each other, and the screen, since this is very advanced, have subtitles which say, Martinez, are you there? Martinez, if you are in trouble. Smith? Yes, Hernandez? Send the rescue fleet.